What is up, guys, and welcome back to another video. And today we're going to go over 10 things Netflix wants you to forget about. Number 10, the Netflix original series Gypsy. In this series, Naomi Watts plays a sexy therapist who is obsessed with her patients. Watts' character, Dr. Jean Holloway, uses the alias Diane Hart to get close to the people who are close to her patients. Needless to say, this is majorly overstepping professional boundaries. The show was cancelled a mere 2 months after the first season premiered. Naomi Watts headlining a sexy thriller seems like a good idea in theory, but critics agree that the show was boring and poorly executed. Number 9, The Characters was a Netflix experiment that gave 8 up-and-coming comedians the chance to write and star in a 30-minute episode of TV. It was as if Netflix gave these comedians their own series, except they only gave them 1 episode each. Netflix was known for its stand-up comedy specials, so this unique project makes sense for them. However, they should have made it clear to the viewers that this was a sketch comedy, not stand-up comedy, so viewers knew what to expect. They also could have done a better job promoting it. Many viewers were disappointed and the series tanked. Number 8, Marco Polo, which premiered on Netflix in 2014 and was cancelled only 2 years after. It was a high-profile cancellation for Netflix. The show had a huge budget of $90 million, and the 2 seasons Netflix made cost them a $200 million loss. The show is based on famous explorer Marco Polo's adventures in 13th century Mongolia. Marco Polo, at the time of its release, had huge ambitions to go on for many seasons and tell the stories of many characters during its run. However, the cast was made up of unknown actors, which did not help the show, and the first season of this period drama got seriously bad reviews from critics. After season 2 got the same poor reviews, Netflix just canceled the series. Number 7, Richie Rich was a joint venture between Netflix and DreamWorks Animation. It was loosely based on the comic book series of the same name, the story of a boy worth $1 trillion. After his overnight success, he moves his father and his sister into a newly built mansion. Netflix certainly wanted to repeat the success achieved by the 1994's Richie Rich, but failed greatly. While the series was surprisingly renewed for a second season, it was a major disaster for the company's efforts in developing sitcoms. Richie Rich was just awful and became a complete waste of money and time for both Netflix and DreamWorks. This is one of those things Netflix definitely wants us to forget ever happened. Number 6, Pompidou, which was developed by a partnership between Netflix and BBC Two as an experimental 6-episode comedy series. It was run by actor Matt Lucas. Like other successful British sitcoms of the past, the show was mostly all visual and without any significant dialogue, like Mr. Bean. Pompidou is about an oddball aristocrat who lost all of his fortune. The series follows him and is put upon Butler as they face new challenges. The show ultimately didn't work, maybe because it was too weird and different, or maybe just because it wasn't good enough. The series aired on BBC Two between March and April of 2015, and then all the episodes became available on Netflix. Both networks decided to not renew it for a second season, which is quite a rare thing for Netflix to do, a company that usually gives its shows at least a second year. Number 5, it's not all cancelled series that Netflix just wants you to forget about. Netflix's original movie, You Get Me, has a dull, tired, predictable teenage love triangle storyline. Main character Tyler is totally in love with his perfect girlfriend Allie, but when a big fight makes him break up with her, he ends up having a one-night stand with a sexy out-of-towner Holly. The next morning, he finds out that not only is Allie taking him back, but Holly is a new student at their school and is dead set on claiming her new man. Holly predictably ends up having a dangerous obsession with Tyler. This boring, supposed to be a thriller movie is less than thrilling and is one Netflix hopes you will forget all about. You're better off skipping this one. Number 4, Mitt, which is a documentary chronicling the 2 major campaigns of Mitt Romney's ultimately unsuccessful runs for president of the United States of America. Mitt Romney ran for office in 2008 and 2012. The documentary follows 6 years of the Romney family life, including seeing firsthand Mitt's reaction to losing both presidential elections. The rather boring documentary gave us no new insights to who the Romney family is. Why would Netflix think that anyone would want to watch a documentary of an unpopular, forgettable candidate for the presidency? Number 3, Hemlock Grove, one of Netflix's earliest original series that was voted one of the top 10 worst shows on television in 2013 by Time magazine. Based on Brian McGreevy's novel of the same name, the horror thriller series examines the strange happenings in Hemlock Grove, a fictional town in Pennsylvania. The show was slammed for its poor acting and painfully slow pace. Despite that, Netflix renewed the show for 2 more seasons before canceling it in 2015. Number 2, critics and audiences had high expectations for Sense8, considering the show was created by Lana and Lily Wachowski, the famous sibling duo behind The Matrix. The sci-fi drama, which debuted in 2015, tells the story of 8 strangers from different parts of the world who are mentally and emotionally connected. Given the experimental concept of the show, it's no surprise that the show caused such a diverse reaction among the viewers. While some praise the diverse characters and creative storylines, others called the series a major slip for Netflix and criticized its slow pacing. Despite that, Netflix gave Sense8 another chance with an 11-episode second season before pulling the plug on the show for good. And number 1, House of Cards. By now, I'm pretty sure most of you guys know exactly what happened with Kevin Spacey, the main actor in House of Cards, but if you don't, let me just explain it to you. So there are people coming out saying that Kevin Spacey has sexually assaulted them in the past, and they are minors, or they were minors at the time, should I say. So this caused a whole controversy, and now Kevin Spacey is being investigated, and Netflix does not want to deal with this. They don't want this guy to be part of their brand, so basically they are canceling House of Cards, and I'm pretty sure Netflix wants you to forget all about this in at least 6 months, because this really does damage to their brand. So, goddamn. And also, Kevin Spacey decides to come out of the closet at the same time, trying to use that as a defense mechanism, which his fans didn't take too lightly. Anyways, that is it for the video, guys. As always, thanks for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more, and I'll see you all later.